Hello, everybody. Hello. Sharise Johnson Moore here. How is everyone doing today? What is up? What is up? Okay, I know I'm kind of early, but I'm excited, right? I am so excited to be here before you right now because it is time. It is time for us to, get our thoughts together, make it do what it do, boo. Okay. So my name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I come before you today talking about our talking about day 13, tracking your growth and what metrics actually matter. Okay, day 13, tracking your growth and what metrics actually matters. Okay, so I want to welcome everyone into today, day 13 of the 30 days of visibility. Okay, I am Sharise Johnson Moore, your published consultant and visibility coach. Okay. And today we're shifting from posting to measuring. Okay. Today we are shifting from posting to measuring. Okay. And I want to let you know that because visibility without evaluation can lead to frustration. Okay. We're going to say visibility without evaluation can lead to frustration. Okay. Visibility without evaluation can lead to frustration. Okay. And if you've ever wondered, is this even working? This lesson is for you. Okay. This lesson is really for you. If kind of, like you post all the time, or if you do lives, if do any posting any videos and things like that, and you're wondering if they are working for you, right? So we want to say, that yes, it is working. Yes, it is. Hey, Harold, how you doing? Hello, and welcome to day 13, right? And today we are talking about our measure, measuring our metrics for what we do, right? When we post live videos, when we post any kind of content on our social media platforms, no matter what the platform is, right? Because at first, you first start off with a when you first start off with using your social media platforms, when you start off with using your media platforms, you don't really think about it. Day 13. Let me hold on. When you think about it, it means, that you're trying to, really get into the just of things when it comes to, just being seen, on the platforms and things of that nature. But the more we use them, the more we learn. The more we learn. You gotta always continuously be learning stuff, right? And you know, and what I have learned, I have to pay attention to the numbers. Got to pay attention to your numbers, right? And growth isn't always about going viral. Growth isn't always about going viral. I know we want those videos, want to post stuff that, give us thousands and thousands and maybe millions and millions of views. But sometimes it's about alignment, impact, and consistency. So let's talk about metrics that truly matter. Let's talk about our metrics that truly matter. So I'm going to give you these five, right? And I'm not going to be before you long because it is right now. I'm doing this early because it is snowing real hard here. It's snowing real hard, and I don't know how the internet gonna act. I mean, want to act. I don't know how it's acting, but I want to beat the acting up before it start doing that. Okay, so that's why I'm kind of doing this a little bit early today. Um, I was like, yeah, I was gonna wait till 6 o'clock and everything, but the spirit said no, do it now. So I'm gonna be obedient and do now. Okay. Here go our five points, right? So views are data, not validation. Views are data, not validation. Views show reach, not worth. Low views don't mean low impact. Okay. Use views to understand what topics attract attention. Learn to look at your views to understand what topics attract attention. Okay. Focus on trends, not single posts. Focus on trends, not single posts. Okay. I'm not really into trends. Okay. I like to be in my own lane. Okay. I'm not following Tom, Dick, and Harry with what they doing, because their stuff might not even work with you. You get what I'm saying? That stuff might work for them, but God got me in my own lane, so I gotta be obedient and do what He asked me to do. Number two, engagement tells you what resonates. Engagement tells you what resonates. Okay. Likes, comments, shares, saves, and replies matter more than follower count. Yes, I did. Likes, comments, shares, saves, and replies matter more than follower count. You can have 1,000,000 followers, right? And you don't get no likes, no comments, no shares, no saves, no none of that. And you be like, okay, I got all these followers, but nobody is liking, sharing, commenting, or saving, my content. We all go through that, And what I have learned from that is I would rather have quality than quantity. Okay. I'd rather have quality than quantity. Okay. So, I see I'm in a lot of groups on FB, right? On FB, on Facebook, right? And it's a particular group that I'm in, and it's supposed to be an entrepreneur group, but all the members seem to want to do is talk about, I want followers, follow for following. I learned something from that follow for follow stuff. That does not work. Okay. That does not work, because people have this propensity to follow you, and you follow them, and then they'll unfollow you, and they done got you to follow. You get what I'm saying, right? They play the okie doke game. And I ain't got time for that. Ain't got time. Okay. Engagement shows connection and relevance. People that show up for you in your lives, or they might miss the live, or your videos, your posts, and things like that. Everybody's not on the internet at the same time, on these social media apps at the same time. But the engagement shows connection and relevance. Does it resonate with them? Does it hit a nerve with them? Does it have impact on them? These are the things that I look at when I look for my engagement for my social media apps. Pay attention to what people connect to. Uh, pay attention to what people comment on most. Pay attention to what people comment on most. Okay, just like today, I put a post up saying it's my son's birthday, right? Now, I'm getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes on that, right? But if I put something up for my business, if I post about my book, if I post about my my offers, things like that, you'd be like, well, what's going on? Like crickets, right? So I'm learning to pay attention to what people comment on the most, right? So okay, but um we got to keep moving. We got to keep going. We can't get stuck. We can't get, I always tell myself that I can't get stuck on that. Just, I can't get stuck on that. I have to keep moving because everybody ain't for me. Okay? Everybody's not for me. So I face that fact. Okay? So the ones the ones that are for me, they comment on everything I do. Okay? Now, engagement equals relationship building. Engagement equals relationship building. Okay? Just want to let y'all know that. Number three is watch time and retention matter more than you think. Yes, it does. Watch time and retention matter more than you think. Now, I go and look at my analytics every day, every day, okay, every day. I check YouTube, I check my Instagram, I check all my social media platforms. I check my I check my link tree. I check all that. I check all my stuff in the morning. That's first thing I do. Okay, I check my analytics, right? Or I'll do it before I go to bed. Okay, and I noticed, I noticed this. If you, I'm gonna just give you an example about YouTube. Okay, now I'll post a reel, or post a short that get a lot of views. If I, and then sometimes I will post the short that goes along with the long form videos, and I notice that they'll get more increased views when I put the shorts with long form videos. I notice that is a thing, but a lot of people like to watch my shorts. Okay, so I realized I had to increase my shorts. So, like, this video here, any of the videos I've done for the last 13 days, I will take a short. I will take a short and put it on my short. I'll take a clip, and put it in my shorts for YouTube. And it'll turn around and it'll boost my numbers on my long form videos. Okay. So I pay attention to that. Okay. And improve retention shows if your message holds attention. Okay. Platforms push content, people watch longer. Platforms push content, push the content, people watch longer. Okay, so my shorts get more views than my long form. Retention shows if your message holds attention. Okay, retention shows if your message holds retention. Okay, improve by using strong hooks and storytelling. Okay, I have a friend of mine, and I watch her shorts all the time, and I be like, okay, she put a lot of shorts out, okay, and she's always got a story. Her stories are very important when she talk about them, and she talk about realistic stuff, about health, about mental health, about relationships. She's also an author, right? And she does such a marvelous job of her shorts. When she coming in, she get her long form videos and she do her shorts. Her stuff be off the chain. So if y'all don't know who Harold Bad Starts is, you better get to know. Okay. And so I I like watching her shorts. I like watching her content. I like watching her programs she have, Our Words Matter podcast and things of that nature, because she brings positivity. I had to learn this. I had to learn this myself. I had to learn this. I have to be a positive light when I come before the people. I have to be a positive influence when I come before a live audience, because negativity and, you know, negative videos, things like that. I can't watch them for long because I don't like people putting down other people, and I can't watch all that. You know, how could I say this? Um, the ignorant stuff that be on some of these people's pages. I can't watch it. I be like, no. And then if I'm always leery. This is another thing I do before I follow anybody. I want to see what their page consists of. I go into their gallery, follow them, just like anybody probably do me. And I will follow them and see what's going on with their page before I follow them. Cause I ain't got time for to watch nobody ratchet mess. That ain't in my spirit. Okay, that's just not in my spirit. Okay. Your message matters when people stay. Your message matters when the people stay. Okay. I notice, I'm more like, how could I say? I'm more on YouTube now than I was before. And I plan on staying on YouTube a lot or more because my numbers. I'm trying to increase my subscribers, and I am trying to give worthy content. And I am a talker. So, I like long form videos, then I like to break them down in the clips, and I like to share. Okay. Um, my message has to be positive. I like to give positive stuff. I ain't got time to sit around and talk about folks and what other people doing because ain't nobody giving me no money. So I gotta make my own way. Okay. And that's how I do in my head. Okay. Number 4, consistency is a metric too. Consistency. Okay. Are you showing up weekly or randomly? Are you showing up weekly or randomly? Are I show up. I used to have this bad habit. Okay, I used to have this bad habit of saying I would show up to do a live and then change my mind at last minute. I had put it out to my audience. I'm gonna do this live and all this. And then I would not show up. I wouldn't communicate. I wouldn't do nothing. I would just like, oh, I do it another day. And then I was wondering why people stopped coming to my lives. They stopped coming into watching my videos. Stop, and that is something that I had to get back into, the consistency of being on time, keeping my own self accountable for what I was saying and doing, and to keep my watchers, my followers, my audience. Because when you stop being consistent, your audience will move on to the next person. Okay. They will move on, won't give it a second thought. Okay, well, she ain't coming on there. Oh well, let me go find somebody else. So when you do come on, you be wondering why your audience isn't there. Okay. Consistency builds trust with other platforms and the people. Okay. Consistency builds trust with both platforms and the people. Okay. Track how often you post, not just performance. Track how often you post, not just performance. Okay. Now, this is another platform I use. I use Facebook, right? Now, if you have Facebook, you know that if your account is in professional mode, if you know your account is in professional mode, you realize that you can get paid from posting on Facebook. I know I'm sitting there like every 15th. I'm like, wait a minute, when did I start getting this? It might not be a lot, but it's something. If you get the right number of people, if you get the right number of viewers, if you get the right number of all these things, where it's consistent and on time basis, you can make money off of posting on these platforms. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. Faithful obedience produces long-term fruit. Okay. Faithful obedience produces long-term fruit. Okay, that means, like I just said, if you stay faithful, you may end up getting paid when you use these apps. Okay, I go on TikTok every Tuesday at it was at 6. Then I changed it to 10 for the month of December. But when the new year starts, I'm going to be doing TikTok every day at 10. Every day at 10. Every day. Every day except for Sunday. Because I got to get the Lord his day. Okay. Can't, Sunday is my rest day. So I'm making that mandatory as my rest day in this new year. That Sunday, I'm not doing nothing but watching church, watching my church program, and resting the rest of the day. And read a book or something. Something real easy, simple. Because your health matters. Okay. Number 5, conversions show impact. Conversions show impact. Are people subscribing, booking, emailing, or buying? Okay. Are people subscribing, booking, emailing, or buying? Say you have a business, right? And you have been doing lives, you've been doing, you got your little commercial set up, things that'll keep you visible visible and seen about your business, and you always telling people about your business. Somebody end up buying something from you because they be like, okay, I wonder what this about. You know, I had put an ad out on Facebook about my show Entrepreneur Corners, right? And the ad was like, I just was giving a discount. It was I think it was a Black Friday sale. That's what it was. Black Friday sale. And I put that ad out in the beginning of November, right? Beginning of November. And people are now just calling me to schedule their interviews for Entrepreneur Corners. Is you still got that offer going on for the discount or the Black Friday sale for Entrepreneur Corners? Okay, well, I want to be on it. Okay, cool. People pay attention to what you are doing. I got 3 interviews for this coming week for that one ad. And that's one company that has been watching me for a while. They said, we've been paying attention to you. And we have authors and we want our authors to appear on your show. And I'm sitting there like, okay, that was like 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago, right? And then they called me like 3 days ago with 2 more authors to interview this week. And I'm sitting there like, wow. They said, well, the first time they called, they was like, look, okay, so we saw your ad on Facebook. Oh, what? So I was like, yeah, okay, that'll work, okay. So I was still surprised. I was surprised. And I got 3 authors coming on my show from one business from that one ad. Okay, when that ad ran 14 days. That ad on Facebook ran for 14 days. And then I still got it posted in my regular feed. So do not despise posting every day. I'm just telling y'all something I know. Keep posting your shows, keep posting your products, your services, whatever you offer speaking. If you speaker, post about your speaking. You got your book available for speaking. Keep posting because it will pay off in the end. I have been in business for 9 years, right? And you just do not know. I realized that my coach I had, she was so right when I started advertising, when I started investing in advertising my offers that I have for my products and services for my business. Because it reached beyond. This person wasn't even following me. This business wasn't following me. This business said, I seen your ad on Facebook. Is your offer still open? Is your offer still available? I say, yes, it is. Child, I ain't turning down no money. Okay. Okay. So, so keep posting, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Um, Track clicks, signups, and inquiries. Okay. Track the clicks, signups, and inquiries. Okay, I have a form for everything that I do. I have a form for media services interviews. I have entrepreneur corners. I have one-on-one visibility. I have a plethora of so many offers, and every offer has a link to it. I have it in. It's called a lead form. So I always advertise my lead forms at least once a week. I'm gonna give you something to support the business with. I have so many things going on with my business, and and hey, I just keep posting. I just keep posting, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I just tell you, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the goal that you have, right? Um, Keep watching, keep paying attention to your numbers, your analytics. Please pay attention to your analytics. um I at least get an inquiry about my newsletter. I get an inquiry about my newsletter. They sign up. The Honey Books. I use Honey Books for my customer relationship manager, and it let me know when people sign up for my newsletter. It let me know when people sign up for the other things that I have put out. So keep up with your with your analytics, um, and your signups, please. Even one book session is a win. It sure is. Even one, and that one became three, and then I got possibly one another one. So you know, and I also put out that I give one-on-one free one-on-one free one-on-one consultations. I also put that out there. I've got my stuff is becoming real full. Okay. So, and I always tell people, I always have a link where they can turn around and schedule their appointments. Okay. If they want to talk to you, get the people to schedule an appointment with you, because in I see what I see a lot of my entrepreneur friends, if you're watching this now and you're going or you watching the replay later, get your books ready for an increase. Okay, get your books ready for be ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay, I see a lot of increase with the people that are in my circle. I see that. Okay, so be ready so you don't have to get ready. Growth is measured by movement, not applause. Growth is measured by movement, not applause. Okay? Growth is measured by movement. Are you getting a increase in follows? Are you getting an increase in inquiries in your business? Are you getting look at what's happening? Look at what is coming your way. What is coming your way? Look at what is happening. More people had their eyeballs on you, and they want to get in touch with you, and look at the increase. I always look at, well, hold up. I just had 5 inquiries yesterday. Now I got 10 for today. I got, look at everything that's happening around you, or what's going on with your business, and see how to keep a track of the people that's coming to you, that's attracted to you. Keep your eye on that, and you know make it do what it do. Okay, I'm gonna go through these 5 again. Views are data, not validation. Engagement tells you what resonates. Watch time and retention matter more than you think. Watch time and retention matter more than you think. Consistency is a metric too. Is a metric. It keeps, consistency, boy. You gotta keep that consistency up. Don't start something and then don't finish it and be like, where my audience go? Okay, I've been there before, so I already know. Number 5 is conversions show impact. Conversions show impact. Okay, so this has been our day 13. And you know I got an assignment for you. You know I got assignment. Okay. So I want you to choose three three metrics to track this week. I want you to choose three metrics to track this week. Not everything, just what aligns with your goals. My goal is to increase my subscribers for my YouTube channel and to reach a certain number by a certain day. Okay. That's why I'm always telling people. Okay, go, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my subscribe to my podcast. I'm trying to get my numbers up. I want my numbers to go up. And if you want help understanding your numbers and creating a visibility strategy that actually works, I invite you to book your visibility, 101 visibility coaching session with me. I invite you to come on and have a visibility session with me. Okay, 101 visibility session. It's not. It is 3 hours. We could sit. We could talk. We put a strategy together. Things of that nature, and it will behoove you to really get into your visibility strategy, because it's so important that we do that as entrepreneurs. We got to evolve, y'all. Evolve. That means let's do something new besides what we was already doing. Okay. We can't stay in that box forever. We can't stay in the box forever, okay? Because we have to make it do what it do, okay? Make it do what it do for you, okay? And grab your one-on-one visibility coaching session with me. It is still on sale for Black Friday to the end of the month. Okay, still a Black Friday sale for that. Okay, and we'll sit down and put a strategy together for you. For your visibility, because everybody not the same. Everybody visibility plan is not going to be the same. Okay, and that's how I approach when we get together. No business is the same. Nobody does anything the same. Everybody doing something different. So we sit down. Okay, this is what you do. Okay, all right. Okay, let's. How many? They're not going to question mode. See, this is how I do a visibility. What kind of visibility are you doing right now? Okay, are you advertising? Are you posting? How many times you post a day? How many times do you go live? I ask those type of questions because it's very important. Very important. I get really deep down into the nitty gritty, ask you questions, because if I don't know nothing, I don't know how we gonna work this out. I gotta ask these questions. Okay, very important. Okay. And if this series, excuse me, if this series has been blessing you, it has been um it has been giving you, everything that you need, helping you with your growing, helping you shifting your mindset. You can support this platform through donations. Yes, through donation. Every seed helps us continue showing up in this place consistently. You can donate through Cash App, PayPal, or Stripe. All donations are welcome. So I wanted to let you know that yes, and I want to see you tomorrow for day 14. Stay encouraged, stay consistent, and stay visible. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I will see you tomorrow, babies. Okay? I love you. Bye bye.